up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kanye West, you are laughing and cracking up in Japan. Y'all, if you guys don't know, Kanye West basically just shut Adidas down. I don't know how he did it. He has survived being canceled. He is laughing and kiki in Japan. Bianca got herself a rich man, and Kim is reeling. Baby, she woke up to a 1-2 high. You from the universe. First, Arena Sheik. Arena Sheik. That is Kanye West's old ex-girlfriend. He dated her right after him and Kim first separated. Kim snapped her fingers, had Kanye running like a dog, broke up that relationship. Baby, Irina was in to Kanye. She was making moves to be the next Kanye West. Kim was sneak dissing her. I made a whole video about that. Well, anyway, baby, she popped up and she's with Tom Brady now. Yes, Kim's crushed that wouldn't even claim her. Kim's crushed that she had to produce video evidence that they even spoke. Literally wiped up Irina Shayk. That's some cold-blooded revenge. Baby, I wonder if she's a Virgo, because you know Virgos will sit on a revenge until they get the perfect now move it. Well, guess what? Kanye is smiling. Somebody took his advice and is dating Tom Brady. But what's more, baby, Adidas has said that one, Kanye shut down with Yeezy. They released the Yeezys. They said the sales went past their biggest hope and dreams. Baby, Kanye and that new Adidas contract is made in the shade. There is a reason why Kanye opened up offices right next to Adidas headquarters. They are going to work together, but guess what? They are going to get a new, bigger, most valuable deal. I know Charlamagne's somewhere sitting there like, I don't know though. Charlamagne might be sitting there like, yay, finally got an excuse. Because that was a weird bet to make. If you guys don't know, Charlamagne made a bet that if Adidas took Kanye back, he would give it some head, right? He would make some noise, right? Let that chopper sing on whoever. And now I'm like, is he happy or sad that this actually went through? But y'all, this also certifies that Yeezy, right? If Kim's valuations can be believed, that Yeezy is worth about 25 billion. Now listen, go watch my old video about stock market valuations. It's all cap. It's stuff venture capitalists do. Basically, Kim was able to raise 230 million in investment. No, she had 230 million in sales, and she was and because of that, she was able to, with 280 million of round funding, she was able to value Skims at $4 billion. Well, listen to this. In just 1 week, German group who owns Adidas received more than 500 million pounds of orders. Pounds, that's about 650 million US dollars in online sell orders after severing ties with Kanye West. Now, we all know Adidas is bringing Kanye back. They're in contract negotiations. Here's how the deal was supposed to go. I'm going to get into this in a second because this article is really good. But here's how it's supposed to go, y'all. Adidas and Kanye agreed to solve that old merchandise. They didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know if the merchandise was going to sell slow, quick, fast. They didn't know if the era of Yeezy was over. But they knew one thing. They had about 1.5 billion of merchandise. The company's stock fell about 10 or 20%. Why? Not because that 1.5 billion. Because think about it. If Kim's stuff that only had 230 million in sales this year, plus last year, plus 280 in like funding, like, you know, venture capital funding they raised, could be valued at 4 billion. What could actual 1.5 billion be? That's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 times more. If you get 4 billion for that in 6 times, that's literally 24, 25 billion. Okay. That's how Adidas took that big hit, because it wasn't just that Kanye was 10 or 20% of the sales. It's in the valuations. Yeezy was so important that when you took that away, the company's valuation lost $25 billion. You really think they were going to let that go? But they didn't know what was going to happen. It was said that if it went great, If the Yeezy brand was something solid, not even great, but just something they could build again, that they would venture back, because they couldn't let that much of the company go. The shareholders were like, we don't care who said what, who, what, why. You better get Yeezy back on. Well, baby, the numbers are in. Adidas is hooked. They want back in. They see Yeezy's power. They see this cult that Kanye's built of personality, of lifestyle, of coolness. When he said he is the culture, Skims is trying to still get to that. They were not joking. And they're saying that, honestly, when they said, hold on, guys, when they said that was Kanye was the culture, at least for certain people, he is. And they don't want to let go of that cultural relevance. Anyway, they said sneakerheads have snapped up the first batch of Yeezys. Baby, this is just the first batch. Sold by sportswear giant Adidas since the end of its ill-fated partnership to Kanye West. Cutting the risk, the group will have to take a big write-down on its remaining stock. In May, the company announced it decided to sell some of its outstanding Yeezy inventory because destroying it will force the company to write off another $500 million. We all know they weren't destroying anything. I don't know why some people really act like corporations have souls, give a D about anything more than money and profits. If you remember when Kanye said, I'm too big to cancel, and again, I'm not agreeing with what he said. I thought the things he said was trash. Go watch my old videos. I dragged him up and down the street. I'm just talking pure business perspective right now. When Kanye said he was too big to fail, as much as people talk trash about him, right? He knew what he was talking about. Adidas wasn't letting him go. JP Morgan literally got their hand slapped by a federal judge because they took his money unfairly. On top of that, most of the people in JP Morgan that tried to cancel him are involved in the Epstein thing. I'm just saying. Everybody that farmed weapons against them, Kim, who's prospering? I'm just saying. They might have cut him out too long ago. Anyway, right? Get this. Adidas said they're going to donate a significant portion of the proceeds to combat racism and anti-Semitism. That's the gag, because they're going to show that they didn't make any profits for this quarter. They just broke even. Let me tell y'all something. If you ever enter into a contract, do not say that you want a portion of net profits. Always go for gross. Always, no matter what. You can thank me later. It don't matter what they say. It better be a G for gross and not net income. Anyway, according to people familiar with the matter, demand at the first online sale of Yeezy shoes, which spread over the end of May and the start of June, exceeded the company's most optimistic forecasts. By June 2nd, towards the end of the sale, they had this on for less than a week. Adidas had received orders worth more than 508 million euros, or 4 million pairs of trainers. The strength of the demand meant Adidas was unable to meet all the orders. They are sold out, particularly for certain sizes and models. Customers registered online to submit their orders for specific models. While the value of the orders received was more than 508 million euros, net sales were lower, the people said. They said the robust demand has dispelled fears that Adidas headquarters that Ye's outburst and lack of marketing for the shoes over the past 6 months would have made the Yeezy brand too toxic. Y'all, listen. They said, now here's where they were when they were cutting Adidas, Ye short. They warned earlier this year that it may have had its first operating loss in 31 years, and it will report quarterly results as of August 3rd. Y'all, they lost nothing. They gained everything. This was a win across all aspects. Kanye West has done what no black man's done by being canceled by people outside the black community. He's beat it. He's beat it. Now, does he deserve it? He still deserves to apologize. He still deserves to humble himself. But Kanye West, as much as everybody called him crazy, understood corporate money. He understood those rooms where fat, old, white men sit. He understands their language and he speaks it, which makes him that interesting mix that Adidas can't let go. You know how to speak to the youth culture, sneaker culture, but you also know how to speak too. Y'all listen, I know Kim is sitting there someplace sick, singing lonely. I'm so lonely. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. My season 3, episode 9 recap of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is up. Y'all make sure you check it out. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.